So good afternoon everyone. My name is Lania Chen Kevin and I will be discussing about forecasting in practice, which is the last topic in the lesson 7. So forecasting in practice. In practice, manager uses a variety of judgment and quantitative forecasting techniques. Statistical method alone cannot account for such factors as sales promotion, competitive strategies, visual economic or environmental disturbance, new product introduction, large one-time order, and etc. So as we all know, guys, that forecasting is the process of predicting the future events by analyzing past and present data. So and also this topic discuss about the true meaning of the forecasting, which is it is the process of projecting the values of one or more variables into the future. So forecasting day is like mura siyang imong tagnaon ang mahitabo in the future in the past in the sa mo umaabot nga panahon. So it is happen siya by analyzing the past data and the present data. So in business there's a lot of forecasting. For example of this or the what do you call sales forecasting, demand planning, which is our topic, the inventory management, and the financial planning. So, for example, of this is sales forecasting. So, in the sales forecasting, by analyzing the past sales and the present sales, for example, yung past sales is nakataas and then the present is nakataas. So, you can predict in the future na imong sales will go high also. So, and also with demand. So why do we need to practice forecasting? So we just focus in excuse me. Let's just focus in the demand forecasting since this topic is all about it. So accurate or good demand forecast help supply chain professional make informed decision about inventory management, production planning, and resources allocation. So a good demand forecast kay it will help the siya makatabang sa mga business owners to make a decision na maka benefit ang tanan or good for all. So example of this is inventory management. So for example, you have a restaurant and then you just bought and bought and bought a lot of inventory and without knowing that you don't have that lot of customers because you don't wala man ka nag good forecast. I mean wala man ka nag forecast. Yeah. So what happened to your inventory? So mga pundot siya dito and then in mulapay ang panahon, so that inventory will go waste. So masayang ang imong cost which is not good for the business. And then if you are doing a good and accurate forecasting, you know how pila ka amount ang pila nga inventory ang pay makonsume mo ana nga month. So you can bana nimo nga mura ni atong paliton inana. So walay masayang compare sa if dili ka maghimo ay dili ka mag kuan ani forecasting. And then the second one is the production planning. So production planning is also connected with the forecasting kay without the proper forecasting man kay for example Japo without the proper forecasting with the restaurant kay mo produce ra ka og mga foods and then without knowing that you don't have a lot of customers. So what happened to the food after? So makuha na to siya dito and then when the time comes, so makuha na siya masayang. So which is very bad for the business. And then compare if you are doing a good a good and accurate forecasting, then you can know if pila ra imong himuon nga food, inana, pila ra pila ang amount nga himuon ni mga putahe, inana. So, walay masayang. So, that's the power of forecasting. And then also, I will execute the demand forecasting strategy, ensure that business can meet customers' demand while minimizing excess inventory and associated costs, which is correct message siya. Kaya the first goal of the businessman is to gain profit, while while satisfying their customers, which is satisfying their customers, and also wala say masaya nga cost. And with the help of forecasting, kay ma-minimize nimo ang katong cost, ma-minimize nimo ang cost sa imong mga gipapalit, and then you can also gain a profit. So for example of this is, you have a box store. You have a box store and then you bought that specific book, like daghan imong gibot na that specific book. And then without a proper forecasting, and without knowing that you don't have that lot of customers. So what happened to that book? Di ba ma-stack na siya dira? If imo pa tong buy of another book, wag siguro if mahalin siya. And also, likewise sa if kaning depende ka na nga book pero gamay ra, and then without knowing that book is on trend. So what happened to the customers, di ba? Mo sila niya, wala na like stock inana. So they will go out unsatisfied. Yes. So how does it work, or how exactly it is work? So demand forecasting gathered lots of helpful information like past sales, customer trends, and even weather patterns. So yeah, correct. Okay, if demand forecasting, if you are going to forecast, you can gather makakita ka sa past ni mga sales and then the present sales, so you can predict the future. That, for example, like what I am talking earlier, that if you have mitaas yung sales pag last month and then pag turn naman is ita, so you can predict in the next month that this sales is going to be high also. And second one is the customer trends. If you know, if you're doing good forecasting, then you can know that that specific product is on trend. So if that specific product is on trend, so the business owner will know that that is on demand. So they can they can create a decision that they will buy the specific product more than, yeah, like patasan nilang ilang kuan sa ilang stock, kay on demand man siya. They know man kay kuan na sila, they are doing a proper forecasting. So makabaw sila nga this is a trend one, then they can mupalit sila og daghan na stock kay kuan man siya, halinon na siya. So that's mao na ang kaning gamit sa forecasting. And then also the weather patterns. Yeah, this is also helpful man kay kaning, for example, you have a cafe, and then with the proper forecasting, for example, may moabot nga bagyo karon, I mean you are selling an iced tea, and then with wala ka ba nga nari moabot nga like thunderstorm and then bugnaw imong gisale, gisal, bugnaw imong gisal. So namo ba yung malita na nga tugnaw man sad. So the forecasting is really helpful, Jude. So, in forecasting, it's like mura ka og nag-investigate. It sounds likely you are being a detective. So, forecasting is help business know what customers want to buy in the future. Yeah, correct. Kaya kaning, by doing the forecasting, kay makabaw na ka nga, unsay mga ganahan sa customers, unsay ilang kaning gustong paliton, so you can make a decision that is good for everyone. So for example of this one is you are for example, just imagine that you are a pizza shop owner, and then you want to know how many pizza you want to make in that specific day. So if maghimo na ka og kaning if maghimo ra ka og gamay and then excuse if maghimo ra ka og gamay and then daghan kag customer, then knowing nga daghan kag customers, and then your customers will go na walay dala. Ma-disappoint sila, which is very bad. Kaya ang first goal of the business is to the first goal of the business is to gain profit while satisfying their customers. And then ikaw sa imong customers nga wala na satisfy sa imong kuan kay wala nang stock kay nahurot na kay gamay lang gibuhat. Yeah. So forecasting is really helpful. Kay if you are doing a forecasting kay mga bana-bana man nimo nga kana nga adlaw maghimo og kuan kay daghan mig customers inana. So mabana-bana nimo nga pila ra imong himuon, and also wala say masayang. Mo na ang power of the forecasting. So I have a question, guys. Who among you here believes that forecasting is anywhere? Anyone? Okay. Yeah, I also believe that forecasting is anywhere, no? Okay. Kinsa man sila ka-try diri nga na grocery para sa ilang pag. Yeah. Because by doing by just buying groceries, or you are doing a forecasting. So you know guys, mag-grocery ka. And then imong ipang-list imong ipang-list ang imong gusto nimong i-buy. And then imong i-buy, and then like imong imbana-banaon nga this hot dog can kuan ba makaigo ba nimo in the week, or this egg makaigo ba nimo in the month. Nasa imong banabanaon by just by analyzing yung past nimo nga na consume. For example, last month yun nakahurot ko daghan kay nga eggnog, daghan kay nga hot dog. So in the current nga month makakonsa ka, makabana-bana ka nga. Inana na akong palitan ka naman kay daghan kong nakuan pagkuan, nalamian ko inana. So, bana-banaon nimo if that specific groceries is makaiko ba nimo in that certain period of time. So, which is very maunang helpful kaayo ang forecasting kay kaning. Yeah, it's very helpful in our everyday life. Correct. That's right. So, let's proceed in the 10 practical principle of forecasting, which is the number one is use quantitative rather than qualitative method. So, which is correct naman kay sa yun sabton ang quantitative kaysa qualitative. So, quantitative methods rely on numerical data and statistical model. Compared to qualitative method is which depends on human judgment. So, for example, mas dali man ito based on experience, mas dali sabto ng quantitative kaysa qualitative. Example of this quantitative is like katong bar, bar graph. And then this bar graph is this, for example, this one. This is a bar graph. And then mao ni imong sales. So this is the month of May, and then this is the June. So mas dali siya sabton nga mao ni imong sales sa May, and then mao sa imong sales sa June. So nakataas siya. Well, ang kaning qualitative is more on words magud siya, like imo pang basahon, dili imong sabton nana. So like mas sayon jud sabton ang quantitative rather than qualitative method. So next is the limit subjective adjustment of quantitative forecast. Yeah. There is often temptation on manually adjust the production based on personal opinions, which is true naman kay if you are going to adjust, for example, imo ni adjust nga migamay ni siya. So your forecasting is mugamay siya, which is dili siya effective. Kay which if imo siya ikuha nga ikaw ang maka-benefits. For example, gamay imong kuan karon, sales niya imong matasod. So ang ma-predict nimo is mo taas, which is wrong. Kung mo gamay man siya, mas gamay pa man siya with the one of these some factors, di ba? So, dapat i-limit yun mo imong subjective adjustment, like more imong opinion na dili mo ibutang ang imong opinion sa imong kuan, sa imong forecast. And the number 3 is adjust for events expected in the future. So, yeah, you need to adjust for events expected in the future. So, forecasting should account for known future event that may significantly impact the predicted outcome. So, for example, kalagalan. So, halinon man dyan ang kandila. Anak, for example, naninda kag kandila. And then, the month of June, kay gamay kay kag sale. And then, the month of June, kay gamay kay kag sale. So, you're expected to adjust in November na taas kag sales. Kay kuan man na, halinon ang kandila. Kandila is on demand ba na nga month, di ba? So, you are going to adjust for event expected in the future. So, i-expect na nimo nga dyan, November 1, as we expected all expected nga, magamit man siya kandila, flowers, inana, kay kuan man sa, magamit yun na, yeah. So, you need to adjust for events expected. And then, number 4 is, ask expert to verify their forecast in writing. So you need to ask expert Jude to justify. Kaya dili makakakuan tira mo like pag mo mag-forecast nila na although yeah, okay naman siya, pero mas better if you are asked the expert. Yes. At the number 5, use structured procedure to integrate judgmental and quantitative method. So you can have some survey, structural procedure, like for example, survey. You can have some survey if unsay lang mga ganahan nga mga unsay lang preferable nila nga mga product or preferable nila nga service, inana. So number 6 is combine forecast from approach is differ. So yeah, by combining the forecast organization to improve accuracy and reduce error. Like for example, kanina compare na sa itong mga answers. So, by comparing our answers, more sa i-compare mo yung forecast. So, by comparing the forecast, makita ka nga, for example, na sa'yo, so mas mausab niyo mo. Like, makuan mo, for example, namoy sa'yo, so mas mo mag-debate mo doha, and then, ang outcomes is makakuha mo sa sakto, which is based on experience. So, number 7 is, if combining forecasts, begin with equal weights. Yeah, which is correct. You need to equal weights din sila. So, number 8 is, compare past performance of various forecasting methods. So, forecasting methods should be regularly evaluated by comparing their past performance against actual outcomes. Yeah. And the number 9 is seek feedback for about forecast. So by gathering feedback from your boss or head to improve forecast, yeah, you need to gather dapat man mo ipakita sa boss, and then their feedback is really helpful. So if they're going to send more revises, so it's very helpful man sad. And then number 10, which is the last one, is use multiple measures of forecast accuracy. Yeah. Forecast accuracy should not be judged by a single matrix. Yeah, there are a lot of matrices as you see in the book. So there is MAE, which is mean absolute error, and then mean squared error, which is MSE, and then mean absolute percentage error or MAPE. So that would be all, guys. Thank you.